First, we're going to go to Congresswoman Marcia Fudge, Democrat of Ohio, leader of the Congressional Black Caucus. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Congresswoman, I want to start simply and briefly with your take on where we are on this anniversary of the war on poverty.
You know, Ari, first let me just say that for those who believe that the war on poverty did not work, let me just make sure that they understand clearly that without it, we would have more people in poverty today than we do. Certainly with the expansion of nutrition programs, with the expansion of job training programs, things like Job Corps, an expansion of Social Security and Medicare, I think that people need to understand that without these programs, we would be worse off than we are today. Now, do we need to do more? Absolutely. We need to go much further than we have gone because we still have many people, too many people who work every day, who can living, who cannot take care of their families.
Well, and Congresswoman, I want to pick up right there. I mean, that's why the anniversaries can be useful as a discussion or a policy exercise, because to your point, what is our baseline? And what is our baseline compared to 50 years ago or even 10 years ago? As I'm sure you know, Republican Steve Sutherland led a GOP press conference just today and said the war on poverty has failed, and he said it's created generations who don't know how to work. Take a listen to that.
Okay.
I think that so many times we have individuals who are second, third, and fourth generation in poverty or government recipients of monies, and therefore they've never seen it. And so I think from a compassionate, a caring standpoint of saying, you know what, we have to introduce the blessing of work to people who've never seen it.
So, Congresswoman, he's talking about compassion and blessings there, but I want to be clear. He's saying the idea, the problem here is that the United States is grandfathering these poverty benefits. Your response?
Well, you know, it's just amazing to me that some have convinced themselves that they are caring and they're compassionate. I think they're delusional. But more importantly, I think that if you look at the numbers, just look at the data. There are more people looking for jobs than there are jobs available. Right. If there are 3 people to every 1 job that's available, how do you say that these people don't want to work? How do you imply that these people are lazy or that there is a history, an ongoing history of not wanting to work? It is dishonest. It is hurtful to the American people to accuse them of not wanting to pull their weight. And so I think that they need to stop talking and sounding as though that they really care, where in fact they really don't care, and they are denigrating the dignity of people in this country.
Yeah, I think that's an important point here, and it really goes to the status with which we treat people who are on these programs. And the president said it as well, the insurance goes to something that people have paid into and deserve to get back in emergencies. We are in a fiscal and jobs emergency that came from 2008, and as you say, has left us with a lot fewer jobs than we have job applicants. Absolutely. Congresswoman Marcia Fudge, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. Now let's turn to our panel.